Welcome back to Just an Everyday Fan. So the Atlanta Dream game and the Fever game happened last night, and the Fever took the win. Atlanta was 82, Fever 99. This puts Fever back at a 500%, taking 7th overall place in scoring currently, with Seattle's win and Atlanta's loss. This pushes Atlanta down to number 5. Why is it that when Stephanie White needs a win, she cuts Caitlyn loose? Have y'all noticed that? Like, when the win needs to happen, she's like, okay, Caitlyn, I know I've sat on you all season and held you back, but we need a win, so go do your thing. And then she expects her to perform at levels that she performed last year. Put a pin in that one. Caitlyn wasn't hitting her threes last night, but that's okay. I think we all want her to keep shooting those threes because she's gonna get back in her groove. She was finding ways to contribute and make an impact to the team other than her 3 points. It has been rumored, and I'm gonna say rumored because I have no direct knowledge of this, so I'm just going to say rumored, that Kelly Crosskoff has deleted her X account. Now, if this is true, what's she hiding? Was this her being told to take a specific post down? Maybe one that she made about Caitlyn Clark, and she couldn't really take that post down and delete a single post because someone would actually catch her deleting the single post. So maybe she took her whole account down. Will they say it was a glitch, a platform glitch, and that her account just got deleted by mistake and she's putting it back up? I don't know. This is interesting. We'll see. Also, at one point, Caitlyn Clark was going around the perimeter of the floor like she always does, with her arms waving, trying to get the crowd involved. And it appears, now I didn't see this and I watched the game twice. I don't know if I just missed it. Someone had a clip that they put up on YouTube, and it showed one of the assistant coaches coming off the bench. Now this was Karima Christmas Kelly. She was just hired on in November. She came off the bench, wrangled Caitlyn, and pushed her back to the bench area to say, no, don't do that. Not sure why that was going on, if that did indeed happen. Obviously, there's footage. I just don't know when this footage took place. I didn't see it with my eyes. I watched the game twice. It was rumored that Stephanie White and Caitlyn Clark got into a screaming or a shouting match into the locker room during the half. Not sure what it was about, but people are saying that it was about Caitlyn Clark wanting certain players removed from the game because they were refusing to assist her pass the ball to her. And if that's the case, that's very interesting. So do we have a divided team? Is it now Caitlyn against the world? No teammates to come to her rescue? Indiana Fever leadership. If you don't want Caitlyn on the team, then release her from her contract. She wants to stay in Indiana. It's where she's most comfortable. Her family is close. But maybe if you release her, maybe the Valkyries or New York can pick her up and actually let her run. Oh, but wait, that would mean that your cash cow that you've been simultaneously sitting on and holding down and exploiting for money at the same time would be walking out the door. We can't have that, can we? It is so sad that the WNBA and the organizations that comprise the league have come to this. All of the political maneuvering. It's very surprising. It's very disappointing. I'm getting comments on my videos all the time about people, they're just backing out, they're not going to watch because of the WNBA, because of the Indiana Fever front office, because of everything that's going on, the referees not calling plays. They're not going to choose to watch anymore. So you're losing fans. I'll have to say that I got very concerned during the game because there were many times where Caitlyn Clark hit the floor, and I was just holding my breath, hoping that she did not come up with an injury. At one point, I believe it was Caitlyn had the ball. She was bringing it down. I think she was like maybe near the half court, and there was some contact, and it was between, I think it was between her and Jordan Canada. Canada did a reach around and held Clark, and then when Clark was trying to get up, Canada pushes her back down. The referee was standing right there. Not one whistle was blown. Stephanie White, where were you? Where was your theatrical performance coming off the bench, begging for a technical on that? I didn't see anything from you. That should have been a play you were all over. You had a direct line of sight, but you weren't. Now, Caitlyn Clark played just a hair under 26 minutes. She put up 12 points. She had 9 assists and 4 rebounds. Mitchell, 25 points, 3 assists, 1 steal, 0 rebounds. AB, 19 points, 6 rebounds, 8 assists, 1 steal. Howard, 9 points, 7 rebounds, 2 steals, 0 assists. Ari, 6 points, 1 rebound, 3 assists, 1 steal. Sophie, and thank God for Sophie. She was hitting her threes. Congratulations to Sophie Cunningham. She put up 16 points with 10 rebounds and 1 assist. Donta, 7 points. Now let's talk about the Atlanta Dream. Jordan Canada put up 30 points. She was hitting 3 after 3 after 3. She was coming in for layups. She had 30 points, 8 assists, 3 rebounds, and 1 steal. That is a phenomenal output for one person. Because the Indiana Fever were bringing some defense. I will say that. Griner was held to 10. Ryan was held to 14. Now, Ryan did have a point in the first half where she actually went down on that left knee. She wasn't wearing a brace, but she went down on that left knee and had to be carried off the court. No one wants to see that. I mean, I know I was holding my breath. I was like, is she okay? You know, you're thinking ACL, you're thinking meniscus. There's so many things that could be going on that could put a player out. And Ryan is she's having the season of her life, and for a player to have an injury like that. So thank goodness they got a brace on her. It wasn't that serious. She was able to come back in, and not only did she come back in the second half, she was putting up points. She was playing game, and you gotta love that about her. So very happy that knee was not injured and she wasn't taken out of the game or put on the injury reserve list. I believe the Fever will take on the Dallas Wings Sunday, July 13th, so tomorrow. And I'm going to probably venture to say that this is going to be one of the most watched games of the season, because we are now slotted to have a Beckers-Clark matchup. So until then, thank you for supporting the channel. Until next time.